Hi everyone, this is Katie. I'm here to talk about a little personal subject today, which is having an alcoholic parent. This video is going to be uncut because I want it to be very real and raw, and I want you guys to understand that this is coming from my heart. I'm not editing out things. You're going to hear exactly what's coming to my mind. And today's a really good day to make this video because my dad called me for the first time in quite a while. We don't talk because of things you're about to find out. Um, when I was younger, my dad started drinking, and it was just my sister and I and my dad. My mom just kind of dipped out of the picture for a while there. And so he used alcohol as an outlet, probably a stress outlet, but nonetheless an abusive outlet. It became a regular thing, and before I knew it, he was drinking every single night and passing out. And I remember being, I don't know, maybe 9, 10, and my sister and I, we really wanted to wake him up one night because we were scared. We were little. We were scared of the dark, or we were hungry or something. I mean, he would pass out at like 6 p.m. It was it was a little hard. Anyways, we couldn't wake him up, and I remember on multiple occasions we'd actually pour water on his head, and my sister would cry because she thought he was dead. And it was really scary for me because I had to comfort, as a 10-year-old, a 7-year-old. I was a 10-year-old, she was a 7-year-old, and comforting her, I didn't really know what to say except it's going to be okay, and he's going to wake up. And at that point, all I knew was that he was going to wake up. I didn't really know why he was passed out. Of course, now I know, but it was really hard for me because as we got older, the drinking got worse. It hit the. Yeah, it was probably at its highest when I decided to take my sister and I out of that situation, which was when I turned 15. Yes, I was in the middle of high school, but my dad had lost his job because he couldn't go to work because he was so hungover or drunk. He was constantly intoxicated. And it wasn't just that he was drunk and not doing anything, he was very abusive verbally to me and my sister, mostly me, just because I was the older child and I kind of took the brunt of it, which is fine. I don't feel bad about that at all. My sister is like my child. I love that girl more than anything. But it was really, really hard for me to deal with a lot of it. And so I just want to kind of reach out to those kids out there who are dealing with the same thing that I did, whether you've been through it or you're still dealing with it. It's really hard to watch somebody you love go through that, and it's not like I don't love him any less now. It's a different kind of love. It's a love that I miss almost. I just miss my dad caring about me. It was like he cared more about alcohol than he did me, and he didn't care about driving me to my soccer game that day. He cared about driving to the store to buy his beer. And now I'm much better with it. I know it doesn't look like it, but I am. And I just want to reach out there to anyone who's going through that or has dealt with it. You guys, just hang in there. You're going to be fine. Reach out to other adults and other older people in your life. I know sometimes it's really hard. For me, I reached out to my best friend's mom, who was pretty much my mom because we sometimes couldn't even stay at our house, and it was really bad. But eventually, I just kind of said, I can't do this anymore, and I moved in with my mom, even though she wasn't really ready to raise kids. I mean, granted, we were 15 and 13, but she never had custody of us, and I don't know. It was just a really, really weird childhood growing up, being thrown back and forth between parents a little bit, Like the summers I'd be with my mom, and I'd go home to my dad during the school year, and I would hate it because he was always drunk, and I don't look down on drinking at all. I mean, I do drink every now and then, but I do look down on alcoholism and verbal abuse. When your own parent tells you that you're a piece of shit and that they wish you were never born, that really, really hurts. And they usually don't mean it. They really don't. They're just angry about something and they're taking it out on you. And I know that now through just through my experiences with talking to people about it and, you know, looking down inside me and knowing that my father does love me. He still loves me. But he did go through a hard time, and he's still going through it as far as I know. But I just want everyone out there, the children or the young adults, whatever you are, if you're going through this, just know that you're going to be okay and that there's hope. And if you have questions, I'm here. There's counselors. There's so many people that want to help you. And if you're afraid to tell somebody, don't be. I was afraid too, but everyone's going to keep that secret for you. If you're in a bad situation, you need to tell somebody, because it's going to get really bad before you even know it. So, those of you who have alcoholic parents, or parents that drug abuse even, I'm sure it's somewhat the same. Just any type of parent that you don't feel safe living with, you should probably do something about that. And if you don't feel loved, you really should, because just because somebody says something hurtful to you doesn't mean that they're trying to hurt you. Somebody once told me, I can't even remember who it was now, I wish I did, but they once told me that the people who hurt you, they hurt you because they know that you're going to love them no matter what. So they don't necessarily hurt you intentionally, but they know that you're going to forgive them and try and find it in your heart to see the better side of them and not that side. Just try and keep that in mind. And things have gotten better. You know, I don't feel as shitty anymore. And since my dad called me today, left me a pretty nice message. I might even try and call him. And I think that's what people need to do. You know, life's too short. And if I found out in the week that he was gone, I would probably regret not calling him. So I might have to watch this video a few times to remind myself of that. But everyone out there, just hang in there. And thanks for letting me vent. Have a nice day.